Emperor Zack, still feels so good to say that out loud, stands on the cusp of uniting all of Old Albion under his banner. It might not even be that hard. That said, CK3 does love its curveballs. Just gotta put that out there. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Crusader Kings III in our Empire of Albion series, where we have the ability to declare on Wessex and to take the entire thing. As I said at the end of the last episode, recall that previously, when we didn't have the Emperor title yet, and we had the opportunity to press a claim for someone who wanted an entire kingdom, because we were a king, you can't have another king or another emperor, if you're a king or an emperor respectively, as a vassal to you. You just can't. So if someone else has that title, now you can have multiple empire titles, but if someone else has that title, they cannot be subservient to you. They must be independent per just the rules. That's how it works. So when we were a king, if we wanted to press a claim like this, that someone else said, hey, I have a claim on the kingdom of Wessex, will you give it to me? I wouldn't have been able to do it because I could have, but it would have given them the kingdom and I would not have actually gained that territory. So there's a purpose to it. You can absolutely put someone on the throne that you prefer to be on the throne without taking the territory itself, which is a really interesting political move to make. But in this case, we actually want to subsume Wessex into our territory. And we're not only going to get all of Wessex, but we're also going to get a little chunk of Brittany that they control, which is pretty freaking cool. And also, remember that the person that's going to get it is Duke Alfred the Black, who is my spy master. Now, he's not going to be my spy master anymore once we give him his own kingdom, and that's fine. But we will have a loyal king on the throne, which is great. So, first of all, let's go ahead and transfer Earl Ulsulf of Nottinghamshire. Now that we've subsumed him into our territory, we're just going to give him to the proper duke. Remember that Nottinghamshire is a county, and we just vassalized him, so he became a direct vassal, but the duke of that particular area, which is Mercia, is my vassal as well. So she was like, hey, could you, not do that? That's how that system works. Just kind of recognizing, he's supposed to be mine. Could he, not be yours, please? I'm a duke, you're an emperor, chill out. And I'm like, fair enough, and settled that. So it results in, you might have noticed, a pretty big opinion bonus as well, which is nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, this is a really nice demand that I can make, but it would stress me out right now, and I would prefer not to be stressed out. Do I have a jester? I do. Still do. Let's see. I had someone in the comments suggest that a food taster would be a good idea. Oh, I don't have... What? I do not have a seneschal. All right, Prince Alpin. You are now the seneschal. That'll help with control growth, which will help with income growth as well. Honestly, I think I'm ready to just do this. And the war is not even going to take that long. So, a couple things. First of all, let's... Hang on. Can I increase the size of any of these? It might not be the best time to do it. I don't need to increase my army at all. It's not necessary. They have 3,410 men. We will win. Especially if I call allies, which I'm going to do. I want this war to end kind of swiftly. Zack has, really fought for, peace in his time. Not just in our time. In his time. So, we want to give that to him. So, as much as I want to, play around with maybe... You know what? I might as well try. We have the money. Well, if I spent that, though, that would totally annihilate my current war chest. And I'd go into debt as soon as the war started, which I don't like. I mean, I'm probably going to go into debt anyway, but the objective here will be to end the war as soon as possible. All right, let's go ahead and set a rally point here. I don't want to put it right on the border because if the troops were still raising and they managed to get an army in and attack me while the, levies are still kind of gathering, that would be bad. But what I'm going to do is declare for Duke Alfred. He wants the entire Kingdom of Wessex. Costs a lot of prestige, 1,500 prestige. And we're going to raise all at that particular rally point. Next, we are going to call allies to war. I'm not going to call Emperor Thomas because I don't have to. We're going to call the King of Palabia. And we're also going to call the Duke of Transylvania, who has a similar size army to the King of Palabia. So once they arrive, they should be able to help me get this done pretty quickly. And of course, we can go straight for the capital. There's a possibility, depending on who we capture here, that we can end this very fast. All right, looks like there is a powerful faction. Liberty faction. Can send an ultimatum. Really? Duke Vane of Northumbria, that's cute. I might be able to demand conversion from him. Hang on, I have an idea. I'm going to try and sway him. If we can get his opinion higher, let's go ahead and pin him so I can keep an eye on it. Alright, if we can get that number up closer to 100, I might be able to get him to convert, and he will be less likely to want independence. Because he's still a Satru. That's one of the reasons that's happening. Alright, let's see if we can annihilate this army. What's this? Yes, actually, I would love to join you for a hunt. Slightly dangerous, but... Let's see, mainly going through plains, so we probably need to hire mercenary guards, I would guess. I'm okay with spending the money, it's fine. I don't love the idea, but I think this war is going to be over pretty fast. So... Do I need the Mountaineer? Not really. Is it possible that my Caravan Master might have... His aptitude is good. The only other options are average, poor, and poor. So, no. Let's join that hunt. I can't wait. We could potentially invite this character to join our court. I'm just going to say I'm not interested. Doesn't look like he's really worthy of joining the court. Plaisant says come of age. What happened to you? How did you get hurt? Okay, so she is a Grey Eminence, which is one of the higher ranks. It used to be the highest rank. A foreign treat. It's not the first time I catch my courtier, Siamadevi, fiddling around with some flowers she's been picking along the road. Sometimes I swear I even hear him sighing, overlooking Jedward's holding. My liege, she says, it's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. Alas, my soul aches for Cassine. My desires know no end, his eyes, his hair. I long for just a salute. I'd die for a word. Please, I beg you, let me stay with him. She's an evil paragon. You're coming home with me. Yeah, you know what? Who am I to interfere in higher matters? Just... we'll roll with it. Sticks in the wheel. I hear Chillwolf shout out in panic. Soon thereafter I hear a loud crackling sound, like that of a wood breaking or of my patience finally snapping, one of the two. I step out on the tree roots to see the splintered remains of a wagon wheel. My wagon wheel. I'm sorry, my host. It was my turn as lookout, and I fell asleep at the reins. By God's nails, we're going to be late. Alright, so we can spend some prestige and not be as late. So let's do that. This fight is... ooh, wow. They're putting up a damn good fight for being a smaller army. But it looks like we are turning the tide. Wow. That's rough. So I guess that's what I get. Counselor died. Wait, what? Did I not protect all of my counselors in the last... I guess I hadn't protected him. That's a shame. So the King of Wales is currently a commander. Tell you what, we're going to assign him as the marshal. And let me go back through. We've got to stop everything here. Because if I don't have my current council protected, that could happen again. Yeah, let's forbid that king from fighting. Forbid... What the heck? Forbid Duke Alfred from fighting? Absolutely. That's who we're literally fighting on behalf of for this claim. And he was permitted to fight. I'm really glad I caught that. Okay. So, dude is stuck in his armor. He's not really that useful of a character. I could gain a hook on him and gain 30 gold, but this would also stress me out, so I'm going to leave him to his fate, because the entire point of going on this trip is to reduce my stress. Damn it. Okay, so yeah, that's quite a powerful army. Frustrating that we had that issue. Tell you what, let's see if I can raise any more troops. I kind of doubt at this point that many more would show up, but if we can get even just a couple more in a way that would slowly reinforce over time, then that's a win. Okay, not that many. 2. I tried. I was just being open-minded. Alright, looks like the allies are arriving. That's good. We can start pushing forward. We can appoint a worthy successor. Yep, we'll go with that. And we do not have a worthy successor for here, but we can seek a worthy accolade successor. Oh, but only in situations where there is not someone that's recruitable. In this case there is, but we don't have the money to recruit them. So we're going to finish this war, and then we can deal with that a little bit later on. You should pay the ransom for your son, Andrew Ailpin. What happened to you? How did you land in his jail? What the heck? Alright, we're not going to give them a hook, but we can pay that as soon as we have the money to do so. It's kind of annoying that he's been taken prisoner. It just happened. After he won the battle... Oh, there it is. So, Andrew must have been down here, and he got captured. That's annoying. And that's a potentially stressful event, too, so... Kind of frustrating that that's happened. Okay, so this army is here, but here's the thing. I'm just going to go ahead and press for the capital, because if we can end the war, they can maybe march in and take territory, but at the end of the day, the territory is going to be mine. So, all right, let's get out there and take care of the hunt. Yeah, Gwent is under siege, not surprised. Duke Vane shared knowledge with Ethelhere, slightly increases hunter trade experience. I must keep up with appearances. It's a lovely day for a hunt, which means it's a nice day to be outside. As I fill my lungs with the fresh air of the wilderness, I spot in the distance what can only be a gift from our nature's dedication to Jesus. So many useful herbs and beautiful flowers, both for healing and malicious intents, but I'm here to hunt. Picking orchids may raise some eyebrows. So we can lose stress because we're ambitious. We'll gain some prestige for keeping up appearances. And the success chance of the hunt will also increase. Let's go. Alright, so the siege is actually going pretty well. Duke Alfred cries, "Quick, Ethelhere, take the shot." Ethelhere carefully takes aim as the wolf charges toward us, paws pounding the grass. The arrow strikes true, straight into the beast's heart. Good shot. Nice. Did you see that stress drop? Holy crap. So we gain some prestige, finish the hunt, and we can head back. Child of my dynasty. Daughter-in-law Margarita has given birth to a daughter. Joan. May you grow strong and wise. This is only going to take 7 months. Not bad at all. What the duck? Yeah. So we can select That's a Good Omen. We've had this event a few times. I'm going to go ahead and select that one to reduce stress gain by 10%. Prince Edric has gained 30 opinion. That's good. He was kind of trying to compete for the throne at one point. So my scheme to sway Duke Vane doesn't seem to have had too much of an effect yet, but it's probably just because we're busy with these fights, would be my guess. Thank God I can go inside again. No. I am not giving you that. So a faction's been created against me. That's very interesting that we still have factions trying to mess with me. And don't we also have a murder plot? Yeah, it's got a low success chance, but we do have a murder plot. So rude. War stories. One of Jarl Helgi of Iceland's favorite things to do with me is to sit by the fire and exchange war stories on a beautiful Albionic night, and this night we have been reminiscing from sun until moon until sun again. I begin by telling of the time when I was victorious in Asbjorn's Varangian adventure, prompting Helgi to clasp his hands and laugh. A fine tale, though truly, I tell you friend, there's no event more glorious in all history than when I commanded and won the battle of Osterland against Dagr. Ha! What glorious days we've had, and I pray many more glories to come. Jarl Helgi already has pretty good opinion of me, but this would just cost me prestige. So nobody spins a yarn like Helgi. Alright, so we're probably going to lose this siege here, but we're about to take their capital. And then we can go attack that army. Alright, so we can hold court, although I think I might hold off on holding court right now because, as has been pointed out in the comments quite rightly recently, that doesn't always go well in terms of money, and we're already in debt. So we just need to end this war first, and then we'll deal with things that are more treasury related. Okay, Duke Vane has gained opinion, 25 opinion in fact, nice. So let's go ahead and demand conversion. Let's continue to let that climb because I think there's a good chance. I want to take a look at factions real quick. Oh, nice. His faction is already lower. Probably because of what just happened. Vassal taken prisoner. What? Duke Godeskalk was captured by my vassal Duke Andreas during the siege of Krakow. Okay. Where's that? Oh, there's infighting happening up there. Once I'm able to raise crown authority, that will not be as much of a thing. That will be the next focus once we've united all of Albion under one banner. Alright, we're being raided. Not that I can pay too much attention to that. We can ransom this character for a hook. Or for a hook, but also I'm just going to do the 50 gold. Artifact seized. Nice. Prince Heribert's Regalia. That might actually be worth using. Yeah, fertility boost, piety boost, prestige boost, short reign duration. That's good for future kings, not so much for Zack. He hasn't had a short reign at this point. Oh, we haven't repaired the Anglo-Saxon mace yet. And unless I get the money very soon to repair that, that's not going to go well. Okay, so now at this point we just need to capture the rest of this particular territory. So let's join this siege and make sure they don't give up on it. Alright, there's that. I guess what I'll do now is move over this direction to attack this army. Some of the allies might come with me. Learning perk available, nice. We are moving towards something that will help keep Zack alive. Iron Constitution, yep. Let's give him disease resistance. Defeat. Yep, that was in a war that we'd been invited to join. Hey everyone. How are things? Remember me? Yeah, battle's not going so well for you this time, is it? Alright, so there's that. Let's see if we can quickly reclaim that territory. And then we'll be in a pretty good position, I think, to just completely win the war. Not going quite as fast as I would have wanted, but it looks like the allies are helping out by splitting up and getting some additional sieges done. Nice. Prince Edric has bent the knee. It's good to hear. As soon as I can... Hold on. Duke Vane is at opinion 71 now. 84% is a pretty good chance, but I want to get his opinion all the way up to 100 before we do anything more. Wet Nurse position vacated. Ethelred comes of age. Alright, let's pause for a second. They grow up fast. We can find a good alliance for Ethelred. Upper Burgundy. Not a particularly strong army right now. So we could have a potential alliance with the Kingdom of Brittany, but I believe I might already have that. Ooh, I don't. Princess Bronwyn. Now, she's ill, so I don't know how long this is going to last. And she's 8, so we're going to have to wait some time for Prince Ethelred to actually have his wife. But we're going to send that proposal. I think there might be someone I can ransom here. Yep. Several prisoners I can ransom. Oh, wow. I have Duke Minver. Oh, hold on. This will absolutely get me out of debt. Okay, we'll have to wait until those have been accepted. Yep. Ransom them. Perfect. There goes the debt. Love that. Looks like Andrew Alpin has left the prison, so we don't have to pay his ransom. And as soon as this siege ends, we'll have to go down and stop them from undoing the capture of the capital. Naked court. I am heading from my chambers to enjoy some blessed sleep when I hear a faint rustle from a window. Just the wind, I think, until the wind starts to speak. Plaisance, open up, my dearest. It is I. I forgot to... man, I got distracted by the event that came up during the hunt, or during the, traveling for the hunt. And I meant to go back seconds later to get that done, and then something else pulled my attention in another direction. Squirrel. All right, open up, my dearest. It is I, Forbisak. I push the shutters open, and lo and behold, a man has climbed up to Plaisance' window. All right. What did you just call my daughter? All right, so let's actually see if we can get a good alliance out of this. Let's not marry her to a relative. The Serene Doge of Venice. He's a bold zealot. And it is Venice. Would be interesting to have some blood in that area. Let's arrange for that, because that alliance would be immediately, or that marriage would be completely and immediately accessible. They're both of age. By happenstance, but also because it's the way it often happens in CK3. And I suppose it's the way it often happened in reality. A lot of the marriages we've arranged have, like, one or both parties have had to wait years to be of age. So it's nice to just arrange one where it's like, okay, you're good to go. Have fun. Oh, and he immediately calls me to a war. Okay, cool. Love that. Love it. That's a great move. All right, let's go ahead and fight this army one more time. We're down to our last couple of fights here, I think. 74% now, 81% enemy banner. Kentish war banner. Yeah, that's not really worth... Just put it on the celebration pyre. We will get some prestige from that. Now let's go ahead and continue taking territory in the area until the war score goes up to 100. We're already in really good shape, I think. Can I ransom anyone else? I'm going to go ahead and demand this payment. Your realm will lose land if he dies. Do you not have a successor? Ah, the primary... yes, we looked at this. So the primary heir is King Conradu. So we just need an heir for that particular... I don't know if there will be a way to avoid that right now. We'll take a look at that once this war is over. So we still have work to do. Religious convictions. I've got an idea in my attempts to align Duke Vane to my interests. Perhaps I could argue that it is in the interest of all Asatruans to support me rather than any other Catholic ruler. I'm just going to go with the lesser option, because at this point I think that would have put me at 100 opinion. I think the likelihood is overwhelmingly high that I can now just demand conversion directly. Yep, let's do that. Coveted literature. My lord, my friend Bosun approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the influential Regula Pastoralis, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of his way, I would be in your debt. This sounds like a you problem. I'm not spending that much money right now, person. Nice. He did convert to Catholicism, so we won't have as many problems from him in the future. And we need to look at our other vassals soon and see if we can do that with others. You've been overwhelmed by stress. Really? What stressed me out? Oh, Bosun died. Oh no! Okay, well, if I had known that was going to happen, I wouldn't have demanded that payment just now. That's unfortunate. Man, I cannot keep him... What is going on with his eyelids? I can't keep him from... like... staying out of stress. Sorry, something was just knocking against the, like, ceiling of the floor below me just now, and I was like, what the heck is that? There's not an apartment below me, so no one's trying to get my attention. All right, I will bite my lip and try and stay focused. Man, Zack, I'm just trying to keep you happy, man. I'm really trying. Faction targeting you has disbanded. That's good, at least. Actually, let's station besiegers here. And send the main army to join the fight. There we go. Oh, a local mystic insisted on... Man, this guy, this poor man, like, I'm just trying to get you to a point where things are, like, good, and you can enjoy the fact that you have united this entire territory under your banner, and the game just keeps throwing shit at him. By the way, I'm not salty about this at all. It's just surprising because I've played this game a good bit, and it is possible to have characters with, like, reasonably balanced rules. Or, like, I'm not even asking for him to have, like, a happy time with no problems, but he has had problem after murder plot after problem, and it just doesn't stop. Is that blood on his hands? The signs are not in your favor, my lord. I spilled the intestines of a hen, and the blood showed me your future. It's dark and full of death. Moderate health penalty for 10 years. Now we have poor health. We're going to have to go for the final learning perks in order to counter that. And those are critical 10 years. Man, that's really annoying. Poor Zack. I tried. Faction created against you. Oh my god. Oh man, this poor emperor. I feel so bad. You know what it is? I think it's just like residual like stress from what happened to Donald. Just seeing the way... We're going to end this right here and now. Hang on. Seeing the way that he waited for so long in the beginning of the series to have his time, and then by the time he was finally able to succeed Constantine, he just absolutely was no longer the person he needed to be. All right, and force demands. Look at it. Look at it. We're not even in debt. You've gained a favor hook on King Alfred III. Alright, so we can modify his contract to have normal taxes, which we're going to do immediately. Because since he's a king, we want him to have normal taxes to us. That's obvious. A peddler in a cloak with dozens of baubles and knickknacks sewn onto it rattles up to me. All in the realm know you are addled with ravenous desires which bear the force of a trebuchet launched cataphract. Wow. That's a lot of force. A cataphract, for those of you who don't know, is a particularly well-armored rider launched from a trebuchet. So an armored rider and armored horse launched from a high-powered catapult, which is what a trebuchet is. Wow. I have an artifact which shall lighten your burden. She reveals a chastity belt adorned with rusty spikes. It would only make my loins burn another way. Yeah, let's just stay with that. And now I'm going to hold court. I mean, I know I don't necessarily have the money, but Duke Clothier boldly steps forward and without providing any context proceeds in hushed tones. I can persuade the malcontents to back down if you agree to redress our contractual burdens. Though rumored to be a fulcrum for traitors' desires of greater autonomy in the Albion, surely this is a charge Clothier would never publicly admit to. %40 chance the Duke is convinced. He'll be unable to join any other factions for 5 years, and will gain some prestige. And it would disband the Liberty faction, or the Liberty faction would gain 10 discontent. Let's see if we can convince him. I'm going to try it. Alright, he's outraged. Alright, well, we tried. My rival and vassal Banmore Mare Martha stands before me, a concerned expression on her face. My lord, I come on behalf of my cousin Selblade. She has been ignobly imprisoned by Duke Elfgar of the Isles for trivial and preposterous reasons. My heart bleeds for the miserable conditions which my poor cousin must endure. Please show her mercy and order her to be released. She is a vassal of mine, with a low opinion, so having a hook on her would be good. Okay, sure. Let her be free. Hook gained. we could actually imprison her. Because she's a fornicator and adulterer, so we can use that to imprison her and revoke her title, which is hilarious. We can use the hook to definitely revoke one of her titles. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and take Moray from her. This is going to cause me to gain some stress. There's a pretty good chance I wouldn't even have to use my hook. Yeah, the hook just increases the chance up to 100. Yeah, revoke the title. There's that. My son Alexander comes forward, apprehensively escorted by his wife Margarita, who seems in bad temper. She spouts up, "My lord Skold is trying to seduce my husband. An affront to God, she clearly lusts after my beautiful spouse and cannot contain herself. Alexander is clearly embarrassed to have this aired so publicly and can barely bring himself to meet my eyes." Intrigue challenge against Skold. We have higher intrigue than that. We'll see if there's any truth to this. That business here is done. So what was the result? What was the result? Oh no, I think, yeah. The king just died in his sleep. So, wow, right as we're going to end this episode too, I was going to like triumphantly scroll out and be like, look, all of Albion, and no. Brittany. So, remember we just allied with him? We're about to break that alliance. Because at this point, we don't want the Kingdom of Burgundy. We just want the duchy from him at this point. Because he's taken it from us, and we're not happy about that. We could put someone else in as King of Wales, now that that title has been taken. We could also potentially usurp the title from him. We could usurp the title, and it wouldn't take the land, but we would have an ability to, you know, use that as leverage in the war. We could also just use it as a claim. That's hilarious. All right, let's replace this counselor real quick. No, not Bjorthelm. We'll put Sabert in, who is old. Man, all right, fine. Duke Bangar. Yes, I raised you. He's slightly lower in his score, but we'll go with that. King Alfred. Oh yeah, that's right. Because he's a king, we didn't lose him as spymaster. He's still my spy master. I said that earlier that we were going to lose him, but we didn't. Anyway, I need to stop this episode here because I don't have a lot of time to record today, and I want to get another one recorded, so I want to make sure that I stop this one in time for another one. With that being said, I was going to enjoy this view of Albion, but we still have Brittany to take care of, which is hilarious. But we have defeated Wessex. We have some, control to gain in that area. And I might not go to war with Brittany right away, but I think we'll probably break this alliance pretty quickly. I don't want to break the alliance in a dishonest way, so I might spend some time in the next episode sort of regaining some income, regaining my war chest, and then declaring on Brittany. Brittany won't really be able to fight back in any meaningful way. The Holy Roman Empire is doing quite well. The old Roman Empire, not so much. Yeah. Lots still to do. Nice plot twist right at the end there. I'm still thrown by the fact that Brittany controls Wales. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For channel emotes and member badges, look for the join button to learn more. New episodes drop every day but Tuesday at 11 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.